Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 8th of April 2024. Now the price of Bitcoin guys in comparison to last week has definitely pumped up, and even if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is up by over $130 billion since the last time I released the episode on Thursday. So look guys, looks like investors are definitely changing their thoughts and process regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? And with the Bitcoin halving coming up, I'm pretty much sure a lot of investment will be actually pouring into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So it's going to be really interesting to see where the price is towards the halving. Now the halving most likely will take place somewhere between the 18th and the 22nd of this month. So what I'm going to be doing guys is in the week before that, I'll be giving loads of information regarding Bitcoin halving and quite a lot of other. Now in today's episode guys, we have a massive news, and that is regarding Ripple guys, and they are aggressively planning to work on stablecoin as well. And the CEO Brad Garlinghouse guys, he did have an interview with CNBC, and what I'm going to be doing guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what is it that he's planning to do so far stablecoin is concerned, and now they're going to be a threat to, let's say, Tether USDT or Circle USDC, so I'll definitely go and give out more information. Now in the world of stablecoin guys, we do have another update, but that has to do with a failed stablecoin that is Terra Luna or TUSD, and the news guys is that a Manhattan jury has found Terraform Labs and its co-founder Do Kwon liable for civil fraud charges, so I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this implication is. Now look guys, what I really do not like of the cryptocurrency world, when Terra Luna was actually acquiring a lot of Bitcoin, some of the Bitcoin maximalists were also advocates of Do Kwon, but the moment the algorithmically backed stablecoin collapsed, everyone started talking trash about Do Kwon and Terraform Labs. Now unfortunately guys, this is one of the dangers of the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what is the drama going on between Do Kwon and Terraform Labs and what the future holds. Now in the world of NFTs and heavy metal, we have some update guys, and Avenged Sevenfold, which is kind of like a heavy metal band, they're also releasing an NFT, and looks like they want to go ahead and make heavy metal great again. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explore what the NFT by Avenged Sevenfold is, and finally guys, we have some update regarding BlackRock, and looks like they have added more authorized participants, also called as APs. So in today's episode guys, I'll go ahead and discuss how many more authorized participants they have added, and what does that mean for BlackRock, what does that mean for Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency world. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee a Day podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys has to do with Polo Cup, and it is called as Crypto Polo Cup, and it is set to debut in Dubai, and they will be uniting world-class polo players with Web3 enthusiasts. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys how the merger would actually work. And the second news guys might just be one of the biggest events in 2024, and that is to do with Bitcoin Mania Conference. Now look guys, regarding Bitcoin Mania Conference, I've been seeing this news for the past few weeks, but I wasn't sure if it is legitimate news or not. But later on I did find out that this is 100% legitimate news, and I wouldn't be surprised guys that this might just be one of the biggest events in 2024, not just in the Middle East but also for the Bitcoin world. So I'll go ahead and explore the news that Abu Dhabi is planning to host the Bitcoin Mania Conference in 2024. And guys, if you want to go ahead and grab an early tickets, I think it will be an ideal time to do that. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explore more information regarding this news. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's get started with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE, and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE, and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee a Day aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE, and Middle East region. Now, before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast, and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red, and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Tough Mudder Arabia, guys, they are putting some really iconic events in the Middle East, and there is one final event of the season that takes place on the 20th of April in the iconic location called as Al Marjan in Ras Al Khaimah. And the final event of the season, guys, is not going to be an ordinary event. They're going to be having some really cool obstacles. And so far as Tough Mudder is concerned, guys, they create hardcore obstacle courses designed to test your all-round strength, stamina, and mental grit. And with the most innovative courses and millions of participants all around the world, it is the premier challenge series in the world. Now look at Tough Mudder Arabia, they did put out, if not one of the biggest events in the world of obstacle course race, and they did that with the highest prize money in the history of obstacle course race. And what better way to end the series by having one final event on the 20th of April in the iconic location. Now look, guys, one of my goals is to complete 100 Tough Mudder, and I'm very close to getting there. Now if you want to go ahead and sign up for this event, the registration link is in the show notes below. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get your friends, get your family members, get your colleagues. The link to the registration for Tough Mudder Arabia on the 20th of April is in the show notes below. And if you go through the link, guys, there is a cool discount code mentioned in the show notes below as well. So hopefully, guys, I see you at the Tough Mudder event. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Space podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, as of today, 8th of April, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is at $2.60 trillion. This, to be honest, guys, is great considering the fact that the global cryptocurrency market was at $2.47 trillion on Thursday. So, in just a matter of 4 days, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is up by almost $140 billion. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is up by 0.40%. Now, what is really interesting, guys, is because it is a weekend, the numbers definitely don't seem to be great. But looks like a lot of buying did actually take place over the weekend. And I very specifically remember, guys, on Thursday, the price of Bitcoin was hovering around the $64,000 mark, isn't it? Today, guys, it is at $69,768. I wouldn't be surprised later on in the day the price does actually cross the $70,000 mark once again. So definitely interesting time for Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency world, isn't it? Now, so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, it is at $61.54 billion. Now look guys, you also need to remember that I'm recording this podcast in the early hours in Dubai, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries. Now keeping that thing in mind, I definitely am liking these numbers. Now since the last 24 hours though, the global cryptocurrency market is down by 1.76%. Now if you look at the volume in DeFi, guys, unfortunately it is not doing good at all. It is down to $7.45 billion, and DeFi as of today is accounting for 12.08% of the total cryptocurrency market volume. And it's no surprise, guys, the total value locked is the only matrix which is increasing so far as total value locked is concerned, and it is a little shy of $100 billion. It is at $99.57 billion. And look, guys, I've mentioned this thing so many times in the past. The only reason why the total value locked is increasing is because people are anticipating that an Ethereum spot ETF will be approved, and the pool of people getting into validators, or rather becoming validators of Ethereum, has substantially increased. Rest all the matrix for DeFi is absolutely the same. That is the bizarre and crazy world of cryptocurrency, isn't it? Now, so far as the dominance of total value locked is concerned, guys, Lido is leading the pack with $32.75 billion, and decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is 20.59%. Now, look, guys, since the past 4 weeks, I've noticed that decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is relatively consistent, and that, to be honest, is an absolutely great sign. And this most likely is because of the Duncan upgrade, isn't it? Because prior to that, guys, the dominance used to pick up pace either on Saturdays or Sundays, and for some odd reason, magically it used to increase on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Now, it could be possible that prior to Duncan upgrade, it is much more easier and cheaper to do the swapping on particular days. I really am not sure, to be honest. Now, so far as the decentralized exchange volume is concerned, Uniswap's volume is $1.90 billion. PancakeSwap, guys' volume is almost $1 billion. It is at $988.32 billion. Orca is at number 3rd, and its volume is $332.47 million. Core Finance, guys, is at number 4th, and its volume is $284.37 million. And finally, Radium, guys, its volume is well below the $200 million mark. It is at $192.76 million. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys, because later on today I'll go ahead and discuss Ripple getting into the stablecoin game and what kind of an impact will it have on Circle USDC, even on Tether USDT. Now so far as the volume is concerned, it is only at $54.6 billion, but stablecoins, guys, is accounting for 88.56% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and out of this $54.6 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $43.66 billion, followed by FDUSD, guys, which is at number 2nd today, and its volume is $4.94 billion, and Circle USDC's volume has gone down to number 3rd, and it is at $4.76 billion. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum, because look, guys, Bitcoin's market cap unfortunately is not looking good. It is only at $1.37 trillion, and somewhere towards the 2nd or 3rd week of March, guys, I did actually state that the way how the price of Bitcoin is heading towards the moon, there is a very high possibility that Bitcoin's market cap might actually cross the $2 trillion mark. I might have even said it'll cross the $3 trillion mark because the Bitcoin halving is coming up, isn't it? Unfortunately, guys, that did not happen, and Bitcoin's market cap has actually gone down, and Ethereum's market cap also, guys, is not doing good at all. It is $411 billion. Now, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $20.78 billion, whereas Ethereum, guys, it is less than $10 billion at $9.81 billion. Now, look, guys, these numbers may not appear to be looking good, but if you look at the price, in comparison to last week, it is definitely better, isn't it? Now, so far as the dominance is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's dominance is 52.80%. However, Ethereum's dominance has gone down. It is down to 16.90%. And last week, guys, we discussed why Ethereum's dominance has actually gone down. And the answer is very simple. A lot of transaction is actually taking place in the world of meme coins and NFTs. So it looks like they're taking quite a lot of interest and a lot of transaction in the meme coin world. And one of the listeners, guys, did actually ask me a question as to what is it that we need to do in order to go ahead and create a successful meme coin. So what I'd really recommend you to do is listen to my episode that I released on Wednesday or Thursday. I went ahead and shared my thoughts and opinion on what is it that you can do in order to go ahead and successfully create a meme coin. Now in today's episode, guys, let me go ahead and run through decentralized apps on Ethereum blockchain. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, you can go to dappradar.com and you can check the decentralized apps working across different blockchain protocol. In today's episode, guys, we look at dApps working on Ethereum blockchain. In tomorrow's episode, I'll try to look at Binance, the following day Solana, and quite a lot of other. Now mind you, guys, I'm looking at a very key metric. What I'm looking at is the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. Now it does not necessarily say period of time, but I'm hoping it is 24 hours, because if it is anything more than 24 hours, these numbers are absolutely dreadful. Now the number one, guys, is Uniswap version 3, and so far as the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over the last 24 hours for Uniswap version 3, it is at $2.49 billion. Balancer is number 2nd, guys, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $1.85 billion. Uniswap version 2 is at number 3rd, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $2.49 million. 1inch Network, guys, is at number 4th. In terms of dollar amount, it is $228.69 million. And finally, guys, COW Swap, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $133.82 million. Now look, guys, I hate saying this, all of the decentralized apps are kind of connected to decentralized finance, isn't it? What I'd really like to see is decentralized apps such as, let's say, Tinder, Instagram, or Facebook working on blockchain protocol, and that is when we can actually state that the world is ready for Web 3.0. Because look, guys, when you look at Uniswap version 3 or Balancer or Uniswap version 2, most of the time it is centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, and they are doing a lot of transfers, and because of that the volume is increasing. Ideally, guys, I'd like to see a decentralized app. It's only then we can actually say that the world is ready for Web 3.0, isn't it? When we talk about decentralized apps, ideally it should be Telegram, ideally it should be Skype, maybe Zoom or Google Meet. That should be working on different blockchain protocol, let's say on Ethereum or Solana. Based on my experience, guys, I don't see that happening at least for the next 3 to 5 years. Those are my honest thoughts, to be honest. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, what I'd like to do, guys, in today's episode, I'd like to go ahead and explore what hyper-Bitcoinization is and what is the future of hyper-Bitcoinization. Because look, roughly around a year ago, Balaji Srinivasan did put out a bold bet that the world will be ready for hyper-Bitcoinization in literally 6 months. Unfortunately, guys, that did not happen. He also withdrew his bet, and the bet was for $1 million. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, in explaining hyper-Bitcoinization, let me go ahead and paint a picture of hyper-Bitcoinization, and the year is 2028. And then you guys can make up your mind if hyper-Bitcoinization is possible or not. And so far as hyper-Bitcoinization is concerned, guys, it refers to a hypothetical scenario where the widespread adoption and use of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies become the dominant form of currency globally, supplanting traditional fiat currencies. So in this scenario, guys, Bitcoin would not only be widely accepted for transactions, but would also serve as a primary store of value and unit of account. So let's take a hypothetical situation, guys. Let's assume that the year is 2028 and the world has undergone a radical transformation. Now, what started as a digital experiment in 2009 has evolved into a global financial revolution, and Bitcoin, the decentralized digital currency, has surpassed all expectation, leading to a phenomenon known as hyper-Bitcoinization. Now listen, guys, governments once skeptical of Bitcoin have gradually come to recognize its potential, and some have even embraced it as a legitimate form of currency, while others have just accepted its presence, unable to stem from its growing influence. Now, central banks, guys, once the guardians of monetary policies, are currently finding themselves sidelines as Bitcoin's decentralized nature renders them obsolete. Now, so far as hyper-Bitcoinization is concerned, it has brought about a seismic shift in the global economy, and traditional fiat currencies have lost their luster as people flock to Bitcoin for its stability, security, and decentralization, and the once mighty dollar, euro, and yen are now pale in comparison to the digital dollar standard. Now in this world, guys, transactions are conducted seamlessly across borders, free from the constraints of traditional banking system. Peer-to-peer exchange flourishes, powered by Bitcoin's blockchain technology, and remittances, guys, once which were costly and time-consuming, are now completed in seconds with minimal fees. And businesses too, guys, have adopted to the age of hyper-Bitcoinization. Retailers, large and small, accept Bitcoin as form of payment, and it has attracted its lowest transaction fees and immunity to chargebacks, and international trade is conducted in Bitcoin, eliminating the need for cumbersome currency conversion and reducing the risk of currency fluctuation. And the financial landscape, guys, has also undergone a radical transformation. Traditional banks, burdened by legacy systems and regulations, are struggling to compete with the nimble fintech startups leveraging Bitcoin's decentralized infrastructure, and the concept of fractional reserve banking, guys, has faded into obscurity as individuals take control of the wealth, and they do that through self-custody solutions. However, guys, hyper-Bitcoinization is not without its challenges. Volatility, once a hallmark of Bitcoin, has subsided as adoption has increased, but it still presents occasional hurdles for businesses and consumers, and regulatory uncertainty persists in some jurisdictions, casting a shadow over the long-term viability of Bitcoin as a mainstream currency. Despite these challenges, guys, the promise of hyper-Bitcoinization remains tantalizing, a world where financial sovereignty is not a privilege but a birthright, where individuals have unfettered access to the wealth, free from the whims of centralized authorities, where economic freedom knows no bounds. And as the journey towards hyper-Bitcoinization continues, guys, one thing is extremely clear: the age of digital currency has arrived, and Bitcoin is leading the way. Now look, guys, it's really important to note that hyper-Bitcoinization is a speculative concept, and its realization depends on various factors, including technological advancements, regulatory developments, and societal acceptance. While Bitcoin's influence continues to grow, whether it will achieve hyper-Bitcoinization remains uncertain. Now look, guys, towards the end of this year, there is US election coming up as well. Now based on my political understanding, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we're heading towards World War III as well. So let's see if the world is ready for hyper-Bitcoinization. Now, guys, since we've taken care of hyper-Bitcoinization, let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin, guys, is a little shy of $70,000. And hopefully by the time you're listening to the episode, the price has already crossed the $70,000 mark, because right now it is at $69,768. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.51%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.81%. Ethereum, guys, is a little shy of $3,500 mark. It is at $3,430. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.99%. But since the last 7 days, guys, it is down by 2.38%. And look, guys, we are not getting much interaction by the SEC with the issuers of Ethereum ETF, isn't it? And if we have more communication, hopefully that news will be out, and that'll give us some indication if an Ethereum spot ETF is approved or not, and that will definitely impact the price of Ethereum in my opinion. Now Binance BNB, guys, is at number 3rd, and the price is $585. Since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 0.70%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.87%. Now look, guys, right now there is a lot of congestion going on in Solana blockchain, and that is primarily driven because of the meme coin frenzy and NFT volume. So let's see, guys, how Solana blockchain reacts, or do they go ahead and make a centralized decision to go ahead and stop producing block? Now, guys, listen, it's so critical to truly understand the pillars of open blockchain, isn't it? And the next news, guys, that I'm going to be talking about is also kind of connected to open blockchain. Now, whether it is blockchain or not, as a matter of fact, guys, it does not even fall into the blockchain category. But the news is that Ripple, they are set to launch a US dollar stablecoin, stepping into the $150 billion stablecoin market, which currently is dominated by Tether and Circle, isn't it? Now, stablecoins, as we know, will be backed one-to-one by assets like the US dollar deposits, government bonds, and cash equivalents, with reserves regularly tested in publicly available reports. And Ripple CEO, guys, Brad Garlinghouse, does actually cites the instability of competitors like Tether and Circle as a key motivation for the move. And Ripple, guys, is regulated in various countries and sees its stablecoin as complementary to existing products, particularly its on-demand liquidity service, which utilizes the XRP token for rapid transactions between financial institutions. Now look, guys, there is currently drama going on between SEC and Ripple, isn't it? But despite ongoing legal challenges, Ripple remains optimistic about potential role in expanding the XRP ecosystem. Now look, guys, the SEC is asking for a $2 billion fine for Ripple. It's going to be really interesting to see, guys, how the price of XRP will actually react to this news. Now my big question, guys, is how will Ripple's stablecoin impact XRP? Now look, guys, regarding Ripple's stablecoin, I definitely covered this last year because for some odd reason, guys, in 2023, there was quite a lot of news regarding stablecoins. Hedera Hashgraph is also on the verge of launching a stablecoin. PayPal also got and launched their own stablecoin. Now regarding the news for Ripple, guys, Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of stablecoin issuer Circle USDC, has definitely welcomed Ripple's entrance into the market, and what he actually said, that it was encouraging to see more companies taking a compliance-first approach to building on-chain dollars. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, the news regarding Ripple getting into the stablecoin world is actually published in CNBC, and the link to the article is in the show notes below. Now, guys, let's discuss some drama regarding Kwon, Terraform Labs, and the whole collapse of Luna that definitely shook up the entire cryptocurrency world, isn't it? And what has happened, guys, is a Manhattan judge has found Terraform Lab and its co-founder Kwon liable on civil fraud charges brought by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, and this was in connection with a $40 billion collapse of the Terra ecosystem in May 2022. And the Securities and Exchange Commission, guys, they have accused them of misleading investors about the stability of Terra USD, also called as UST, and also the use cases for Terra blockchain. And the jury, guys, agreed with the SEC finding Kwon and Terraform Labs that they deceived investors about the algorithm keeping USD pegged to the US dollar, and they insinuated that it could self-heal but rely on continuous trading, including large-scale institutional trading. And the SEC's Division of Enforcement Director Gerber Grewal stated that the verdict holds Terraform Labs and Kwon liable for significant crypto fraud, causing substantial losses for investors. But look, guys, the defense tried to downplay institutional involvement, but the jury disagreed with Kwon, who was actually stuck in Montenegro after his arrest in March 2023, and he is facing criminal charges in US and South Korea, with both countries seeking extradition. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to the Unchained podcast by Laura Shin, and she did actually interview Kwon a few months after the collapse. Now what he said, a lot of them definitely did not like it, but nonetheless definitely a great interview. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding heavy metal and NFTs, and that is to do with Avenged Sevenfold. And Avenged Sevenfold Season Pass, guys, is turning heavy metal fans into blockchain evangelists. They are launching a Season Pass, which is essentially a decentralized fan reward platform, which is kind of similar to Fortnite's Battle Pass, but it is built on Polygon. And the frontman, guys, of Avenged Sevenfold, that is M Shadows, he aims to gradually introduce fans to Web3, turning them into advocates of the technology. Now with this pass, guys, fan earns rewards for engaging in band-related activities, tradable on third-party marketplaces as well. And leveraging the established fan base, guys, Avenged Sevenfold drive Web3 adoption despite initial challenges, and they aim to lead by example, providing the utility of Web3 for musicians and fans alike. Now look, guys, me personally, I'm addicted to extreme heavy metal. Avenged Sevenfold not so much, but it's great to know that they're getting into Web3 game. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding Bitcoin ETF, and that is to do with the giant BlackRock. And BlackRock, guys, they've expanded the list of authorized participants, also called as APs, for the iShares Bitcoin Trust, and they have added Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, UBS, Citadel Services, and AB Ambro, and with these additions, guys, the total number of APs now stands at 9, including existing participants like Jane Street Capital, JP Morgan, Macquarie, and Virtue Americas. Now, typically, guys, popular ETFs feature more than a dozen authorized participants. Now, look, guys, they're continuing to attract billions of dollars from investors, isn't it? Now, look, guys, if you want to go out and find out the official link, BlackRock has actually filed the list of authorized participants in the filing with the United Securities and Exchange Commission, and the link is in the show notes below. So those were the news, guys, on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from the UAE and the Middle East, and both the news, guys, have to do with events, and the first news has to do with Polo Cup. So let me go ahead and explore what this news is all about. Now look, guys, historically I don't tend to cover events taking place in Dubai, UAE, or Middle East or the region, but these two news, guys, do seem relevant, so let me go ahead and explore both the news for today. And the first news, guys, is connected to Polo Cup, and the Crypto Polo Cup is debuting in Dubai on April 20th, 2024, and they are merging world-class players with Web3 enthusiasts, and this is hosted by Luna PR, and the event aims to connect traditional industries with Web3 revolution, and the Polo, known as Sport of Kings, combines horsemanship and strategy, adding prestige to the event. And Dubai, guys, as you know, is a strategic global hub, and it is chosen as the event location for its cultural significance and central location. And Luna PR's headquarters, guys, is in Dubai, and they definitely underscore the city's importance as a destination for Crypto Polo Cup. And partners for the 2024 event include Orbit and Gulf Capital, and they are definitely high-profile support, isn't it? And Furious Attack, the partner of Gulf Capital, highlights his passion for the activities in Web3 technology, and the event promises luxury experiences such as curated F&B, a fashion show, and live music as well. Now, so far as Luna PR is concerned, guys, they were founded a little over 6 years ago in 2017, and they are an award-winning advising, marketing, and PR agency that is specializing in blockchain and crypto projects, and the agency's skilled team helps blockchain projects reach their potential. And the Crypto Polo Cup, guys, is first of its kind, uniting crypto and blockchain industry leaders. Now, it's really important to note, guys, at this point of time, it is an invite-only event, and it is scheduled in crypto hotspots like Miami, Austin, Dubai, and Singapore as well. So definitely positive news. Now, if you do want to find out more information, guys, the event's website and Instagram provides more information. And Nikita Sachdev, Luna PR's founder and CEO, is emphasizing the goal of bridging traditional industries with Web3 world. And look, guys, Dubai's rich history with Polo adds cultural significance to the event, and Gulf Capital's partnership, guys, signifies support for pioneering initiatives in the Web3 realm. And the event offers networking opportunities alongside the Polo tournament, and the blend of luxury, sport, and technology makes the Crypto Polo a unique experience. So definitely positive news. Now, guys, let's discuss second news. And to be honest, guys, this news might just be the biggest event in 2024, and this is the Bitcoin Mena Conference. And Abu Dhabi, guys, will host the Bitcoin Mena Conference on December 9th and 10th at the ADNAC Center. And the event, guys, is organized by Capital Events, the event management arm of ADNAC Group, and BTC Inc. Now, the conference, guys, marks the expansion of the world's largest Bitcoin conference into the MENA region, and the conference provides a platform for dialogue, discourse, and knowledge sharing in the cryptocurrency domain. I'm pretty much sure, guys, they're going to be focusing only on Bitcoin, isn't it? And the strategic collaboration with BTC Inc. underscores global interest in decentralized digital currency, and the event aims to shape the regional trajectory of the cryptocurrency sector. And the Bitcoin conference, guys, is dedicated to advancing understanding and adoption of Bitcoin and blockchain technology, and its mission includes fostering collaboration and innovation within the Bitcoin ecosystem. And the conference brings together key stakeholders from across global Bitcoin ecosystem, and showcases the latest developments, technology, and services in the Bitcoin industry. And the Bitcoin Mena 2024, guys, will unite the global and regional Bitcoin community. It will attract industry leaders, high net worth individuals, institutional investors, influencers, and enthusiasts and learners as well. And the conference, guys, serves as a platform for collaboration, networking, and learning as well. And Abu Dhabi's investment-friendly environment, guys, contributes to its suitability as a conference location, and the event reflects the increasing interest in decentralized digital currencies globally. And Bitcoin Mena 2024, guys, is anticipated to drive growth and innovation within the cryptocurrency sector. So that's about all, guys, on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world from Crypto Incorporated from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Nicole who asks, why do you think Ripple getting into stablecoin will pose a threat to XRP? To be honest, not necessarily true, Nicole. I don't think that Ripple getting into stablecoin would pose a direct threat to XRP. But look, you need to go to understand the reasoning as to why Ripple is getting into the stablecoin game. Because what I've been noticing, particularly in 2023, where the volumes were ridiculously low, that was the time that the USDT's market cap reached over $100 billion. It did not make absolutely any sense. Because what I tend to do is, Nicole, I look at the volume of stablecoins on a daily basis. And in 2023, or rather the first 6 months of 2023, on an average given day, the volume of stablecoin used to be $30 billion. On certain cases even below $30 billion, and it was during that time where Tether USDT's market cap was on an incline. It just did not make any sense. So essentially Bitfinex, the issuers of Tether USDT, they were minting Tether USDT out of thin air, and it did not have any purpose. Now granted, now because there is so much of volume, making that decision was right. So I was a bit perplexed to understand as to why Ripple was launching their stablecoin. And earlier in the episode I also mentioned that Hedera Hashgraph, they are also getting into stablecoin, and even PayPal did actually get into stablecoin. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, Nicole, and even to our listeners, listen to some of my episodes on the first and the second quarter of 2023, because I used to cover quite a lot of news regarding stablecoins. Now look, when Ripple has XRP, I really don't understand why you would want to use stablecoin, because firstly, there's absolutely no need for XRP. Ripple as a software would work absolutely perfectly fine. Now really I'm not sure what the outcome to the cases between SEC and Ripple, because I believe in the month of January SEC did actually ask Ripple to go ahead and provide documentation that has to do with the contractual signing with institutional investors, and now the judges are going to oversee it, and they're going to identify if XRP sale was a security or not, and that has to do with how we test, isn't it? Now based on that we will understand if XRP was a security or not. So what I think is Ripple is kind of switching from XRP and getting into the stablecoin game, because if I'm not mistaken, Ripple will be charged $2 billion by the US Security and Exchange Commission. Now all these topics are kind of related and it falls into different parts of the puzzle. So to answer your question, I do think that not necessarily directly, but indirectly, Ripple getting into the stablecoin game will actually affect XRP. Because look, why would you want to use XRP once you have stablecoin? And at a macro level, Nicole, you also need to understand that central bank digital currencies, whether we like it or not, 3 to 5 years down the line, they're definitely going to go mainstream. Now, me personally, if given a choice between, let's say, a central bank digital currency and stablecoin, I would definitely go and pick central bank digital currency. As much as I dislike central bank digital currencies, in comparison, let's say, to stablecoins, at least when you have CBDCs, I have customer service, I have some kind of guarantee that the funds are safe. If there is a particular hack, my CBDCs will still be safe. But in case of stablecoins, look, I'm not a fan of stablecoin issuers, because according to me, they're literally replacing the role of a bank. And when we talk about Bitcoin, guys, it is all about separation of money and the state, isn't it? But the role of the state has been replaced by companies like BlackRock and even MicroStrategy and maybe stablecoin issuers. So keeping all these things in mind, I definitely don't see any use case of stablecoin. While you have XRP and also central bank digital currencies, I definitely don't see a reason. Now that thing being said, Nicole, if given a choice, let's say to use Ripple's XRP, central bank digital currency or stablecoin, my preference strangely will be towards Ripple's XRP, because look, they have been functioning perfectly fine. Then I'll go ahead and pick central bank digital currency, followed by stablecoins. Now if you're someone who's saying that stablecoins is the ethos of open blockchain, you're 100% wrong. You truly don't understand what the stablecoin issuers are doing. The only exception I can make is that of algorithmically backed stablecoin. But in today's episode itself, Nicole, we talked about Dokon and Terraform Labs as well, isn't it? So keeping all these things in mind, I really don't see a use case of XRP and stablecoin merging together. It just does not make any sense. It could be possible that Ripple most likely will change the name, create a new entity, and then they will try to be in the stablecoin game. But we'll just have to wait and see how this entire drama unfolds. And right now there's a lot of news regarding FDUSD as well. And I've been noticing this for almost 6 weeks now, that FDUSD's volume has been overtaking Circle USDC. Now we're going to have a new war between Circle USDC and the issuers of FDUSD. Only time will tell, I guess. So definitely an interesting question. And what I'll try to do is, they call maybe 2 or 3 months down from here, I'll go ahead and revisit this news and let's see if there are some developments or updates. But definitely an excellent and interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how this series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain, followed by 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.